Hello again, Tallahassee. Welcome back from our quick break. We're getting all the fun things thrown at us for this show, but we're so excited that our beach of the week is actually Honolulu, Hawaii. So I'm so excited to do this segment because I've actually lived in Hawaii for a few years on Maui, so I love Honolulu. It is 80 degrees, absolutely perfect, a little bit cloudy, the perfect day for a beach. I absolutely love going to the beach when it's a little bit cloudy because I feel like I can lay out for longer without overheating. But we're at a solid 79 in Kahului, 76 in Lanai, and 78 over in Honolulu. It's an 82. That is a beautiful island. I just don't know how to pronounce it and I don't want to butcher it. But it is a 74 at 7 a.m. and then we move up into the 80s by the afternoon. So absolutely beautiful, perfect Hawaii day. Traditional, kind of does the same thing every day. It's perfect. And for the future cast, you can literally see that there's nothing going on in the whole island. So it's absolutely perfect every single day pretty much. I miss it so much. But on Thursday, we are going to see some rain, which is actually a little bit rare for over there. So just be aware of that. You are going to be heating up, so it is going to feel pretty muggy. On Friday, we're going to see some wind. And then on Saturday, we are back to beautiful temperatures on Saturday and Sunday, up into the 80s, dipping into the 70s for the lows at night. And then on Saturday, for our beach forecast, it is going to be a UV of 9. Get out there and tan, 81 degrees, partly cloudy, absolutely perfect beach day. I absolutely miss it so much. I adore the beach. The best thing to do is go out to the beach, go find a fish taco truck and grab some fish tacos on your way out to go take a shower, get dressed for dinner, and head out to some amazing seafood. The freshest that you're going to get. It's absolutely beautiful. So moving on from here, we're going to head back to the desk with David and Jordan, and I think we might be seeing some trivia.
Yes, thanks, Michaela. I don't really know what we're going to see. I know we saw that in the overview. I have no idea really what to expect here. We're just kind of going for it.
We're getting hit with surprises, but it looks like it's Trivia Tuesday, so we're going to go over some trivia questions that have been come up with by our supervisor, and we have no clue where these are going. So for the first one, which 1998 blockbuster shows humanity trying to stop an asteroid from hitting Earth, causing global weather chaos in the process?
So unfortunately, I was the worst person to put on the movie desk because I don't know a single movie ever, but apparently it's Armageddon.
Yeah, I'm also, this sucks too. I'm not a movie person at all. I don't really watch a lot of movies, but as Jordan said, it's Armageddon for the first one. But
Okay, so what 2008 romance movie is set in the Pacific Northwest with the constant overcast skies that help the main character who have unusual sun-related issues blend in with humans?
Oh gosh, is this, I don't know this, because 2008, I'm 5 years old. I don't really watch romance movies when I'm 5, but if I had, I don't have a guess. Do you have a guess?
I also don't have a guess.
Twilight?
Twilight, okay.
Pacific, yeah.
Okay,
I didn't
honest,
watch Twilight.
I haven't seen that movie either.
I also don't watch Twilight, or I didn't watch any of those, so. But yeah, for our last one, in which 2009 animated movie does food start falling from the sky due to a weather machine gone haywire?
Okay, I feel lucky. I know this one, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, with Sam Sparks, my girl, the OG meteorologist.
Awesome. That's a great movie. It's 10 out of 10.
Yes.
One of my favorite animated films from back in the day. But yeah, it's overall, weather movies are interesting. I mean, you have Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I didn't even know Twilight was a movie.
Yeah, that's an interesting take on a weather movie.
But I guess, you know, whatever that means. And the first one was Armageddon. I didn't even hear that.
I did not know that. But now I feel like I need to watch it, educate myself. Maybe an excuse to watch Twilight now that we know it's apparently a weather movie.
I guess so, yeah.
But we're going to be switching it over from trivia, and we're going to be looking a little bit more at weather with Ainsley.
Thanks, you guys. So we're going to be looking at the national day, and we are seeing all the temperatures all across, and it looks to be pretty warm all across here. We're going to get the high, looks to be down here, 80 in Miami, and we're going to get a little bit cooler as you get further north, which is to obviously be expected, but we're looking a little bit more warm for this time of year. We're getting into those spring and summertime temperatures even. Everywhere is pretty dry, and we are seeing 70 as the exception down there for the dew points in Miami, and the dry points are going to be here at 14 in Albuquerque. So a lot of the U.S. is sitting in that high pressure, high and dry, So just make sure to break out your chapstick and enjoy that weather, not too muggy. As we look into the next coming weeks, we do have this stark difference from the west and the east, a little bit different from last week. We are going to see it still be warm in the west, but now it's going to continue being warm down here, which was a little bit different last week. It was going to be a little cooler, and now we are seeing all that cooler temperatures as we get into the future last up in the northeast area. And as we look at our radar and SETI, it looks like we're getting a little bit of precipitation up here and a little bit off the coast of Miami. But for the most part, again, we're staying high and dry right now. We're enjoying all that sunshine and the nice weather with amidst all the turbulent weather we've been having the last couple of weeks. It's a little bit of relief for us here. And for the snowfall, we are going to be pretty much staying out of the way of that. It's going to be a little bit up here in the Seattle area. But other than that, not much to worry about. After all, it is April, so we would hope not to see that anyway. As we look at our rainfall, we are going to get quite a bit here in the southeast, stretching up into the northeast, and a little bit here in the Great Plains area as well. And for tonight, we're going to see the temperatures dip down into the 50s, some upper 40s, and that's going to be pretty nice. And as we look into tomorrow, it's also going to stay pretty toasty, what we've been seeing. But now we are going to take it over to Matthew with something else.
Yeah, we're going to spin the graphic roulette table, I should say, again. And we're staying out west again. Let's go. We have Seattle and Washington staying really a little bit more rainy. As you know, you can have those coastal showers up there. But look at this, 54 degrees. So staying a little bit cooler than the rest of the United States and their counterparts down to the south, who are seeing extreme heat. You can see over in Seattle, we have those showers that are rolling in for the most part, even maybe some possible, looks like you even have some possible sleet a little bit, but for the most part, a lot of rain in those areas and a lot of clouds, which is normal this time of year, as we can see those showers continue to roll through the area across the Rockies, but a lot of cloud coverage, so a little bit gloomy, as they said, just like twilight. That cloud coverage is just going to be sticking over the area for the most part. Our snowfall, we could see a little bit of traces near those mountains surrounding Seattle for the most part, but around the rest of the northwest, we will see not as much snow, but dry conditions across the northwest, even across the Rockies. We're seeing 15. That's very dry outside. A little bit better as you get closer to the coast for the most part. Seattle, once again, I mean, cloud coverage is the story in the northwest this time of year, and we're going to see those showers 10% and raining. Interesting, but that rain will be in your forecast, and by Friday, we'll still be seeing a little bit of rain, but it'll probably be more of that sprinkle, make it more of a down day overall. And then for Boise, we're also going to see a little bit of temperatures in those 80s. Look at that, very hot for this time of year. Boise, not really known for that heat, but we're going to see it early on, and then on Friday, we'll see those clouds start rolling back in, and those temperatures start to drop again. So cooler weather on the way for you guys as we get closer to the weekend. Tomorrow's temperatures, we'll see 60s surrounding most of the northwest, I should say, and then those southern regions, we'll see a little bit more of those 70s. But as we spin the graphic table again, Priscilla, what else do we have?
Yes, so heading into our next segment, look at that. We're taking a gander at the Midwest. Check that out. We've got 43 in Chicago, 47 Minneapolis, 57 in Bismarck, and 74 in Alliance. So it's a little bit chillier down compared to down here in the southeast, but overall very nice and pleasant conditions. But check this out. Look at our dew points. They are pretty bone dry out in the Midwest. Oklahoma City seeing a dew point of 38. So we had all those storms, but they've passed, and now we've got lots of dry weather and warmer conditions that have moved in. So over the next couple of days, we're going to see our feels like temperatures dip, but mostly stay around that same range. So we're seeing 40s and 50s, maybe getting a little bit cooler towards Milwaukee. We're seeing 32 degrees, but overall, very pleasant conditions heading into the next couple of days. As for our radar, we're going to see mostly a lot of cloud cover, so that seems to be the theme across the show, and really just our rain sticking mostly towards the northeast. So hopefully not a lot of rain to watch out for, so lots of clear skies ahead. Omaha, Nebraska, looking absolutely gorgeous next couple days. Lots of sunshine and even some winds, with our lows sticking in the 40s and even dipping towards the 30s heading into Friday. But overall, our highs are in the 60s and 70s. So very nice, pleasant conditions. Make sure to get outside if you can. If you're heading in Chicago, I know one of my coworkers is there currently right now. We've got most of our highs in the 40s, so it's a little bit chillier than the other areas we've been looking at recently, and our lows are in the 30s. So winter is not quite over yet for those in Illinois, and as we can see, still lots of sunshine to go around. Heading into tomorrow, though, again, great skies except for a little bit of rain in Milwaukee, mostly our highs in the 60s and 70s. So it's going to be a great day to get outside if you are in the Midwest. But now Chris is going to give us a look at whatever is next.
That's right. We're going to be checking out the Northeast, and look at this, New York. Pretty cold there, 43 degrees. We've seen those more mild conditions, but in some places like over in State College, it's pretty cool. We're at 36 degrees. And look at this, even some snow up in Syracuse, we're at 26 degrees. So definitely seeing some of those colder temperatures as well as some bone dry conditions all around the area. I mean, our dew points are quite low, 14 over in Scranton, 14 there in Philadelphia. So it's really dry right now, but we do have some of those showers moving off towards the coast. We do have some more cloud cover in upstate New York, but taking a look at our future radar, we can see we do have some clouds over Michigan, but over to the east, we do have just some patchy clouds in the area, but some areas in Maine could be getting some snow. So now we're going to kind of hop around to a couple cities around the Northeast. Taking a look at Pittsburgh, you might have a pretty good chance for rain over the next several days. Wednesday's going to be a pretty nice day, but I mean, check out those lows, 27, still feels like winter over there. And then the next several days, going into the weekend, looks quite gloomy and just slightly chillier temperatures where we're going to be in the 40s. Now looking over into New York, 32 degrees overnight, but going to be pretty mild in the low 50s there. But our next rain chance is going to be on the way Friday and Saturday. And if you're maybe going to be heading to Boston this week, you can expect very similar conditions. I mean, we have upper 40s, but still some very cold overnight temperatures. I know it's only April, but it still feels quite cold out there. And for the rest of the week, you can still expect those slightly chillier temperatures. I mean, just look at Saturday. There's only a 1 degree difference. That's just because it's going to be very cloudy and we're seeing a lot of rain in the area. And for tomorrow's temperatures, you expect those quite cool conditions, really 40s and 50s all across the board for the area. But now we're going to go to Ainsley with some more weather topics.
Yes, thank you. And now it looks like we're going to be taking a look around the area. We have got clear skies everywhere. Great day to be outside. Definitely recommend going and enjoying that because you never know how long it's going to last. This is Florida. And as we look at the late night forecast, we are going to see it get a little bit chillier. And if you get cold easily again, just make sure to wear layers as you get into the later hours of the night, but it looks like it will be pretty clear out, pretty beautiful as well. And tomorrow, as you get up to walk your dog, I would wait until a little bit later in the day. It's going to get up to a beautiful 65. This is perfect. I honestly couldn't ask for better weather. Again, like Michaela said earlier, it's nice to have the UV be really high while the temperature is not, so you can get a better tan. And as we look at the pool forecast, it's going to kind of lead me into that here. Lucky guess, I guess, but we're going to get up to 76 tomorrow night as we get later in the day. So again, I would shoot for that noon to 3 p.m. area. That's again when the UV is high again. Just remember to wear sunscreen. But as we look at our pollen, the pollen is a little bit high still. I haven't been feeling it myself, but we are seeing low in the grass pollen and the ragweed pollen, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know myself well enough yet with all the pollen in this area. I'm not used to it, but just remember to take your Claritin and all that. And it looks like we aren't going to be having any delays right now. Again, it's beautiful weather all over. We are being grateful for it right now. And as we take a look into this a little bit more, looks like there might be a little bit of a delay here in Orlando. Not sure why, but other than that, everything is beautiful. And as we look at our countdown, we are going to be seeing our team leader handoffs. That's going to be happening in 6 days. And then finals, that's going to come up here in 20 days, as well as graduation, what we are all sad about seeing our seniors leave that is going to be happening as well. And now we are going to take it over to Jack with Tallahassee.
Yes, I'm so happy to finish this show on our final segment that we've been looking at. And of course, I get to finish at home in Tallahassee. And I love Tallahassee, so I'm so happy to be finishing with this. I mean, look at this, pitch perfect temperatures all across the board. Great time to go tanning. I know I personally will be tanning on Wednesday, and then great as we go into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know some sororities have parents' weekend, so great time to go outside and just take them and enjoy the weather. You know, a great run, walk, just enjoy the campus, because campus is beautiful right now, and that's what we've been seeing. So now as we go on to next, we are going to, sorry, I'm pressing arrow. Okay, now we go to tonight's forecast. You can see we have been seeing 50 for you in Brainbridge, and we're going to cool off as we go into Madison and Valdosta, but it's still going to be warmer to the coast at St. Mark's at 54. Now, as we go to the day planner, you can see that it's going to be 50 degrees on tomorrow morning, and then warming up very nicely to 76 degrees. So a great time to just go out and enjoy your day on Wednesday. Now, our future radar and clouds, there's really nothing to worry about. If I were you tomorrow, I'd go out to St. George, really enjoy this nice weather that we're seeing, because thankfully now until the weekend we have some great temperatures, and then maybe this weekend we'll be looking into some potential storms in our area, but right now we do not have anything to worry about. Same thing for tomorrow, 78 degrees, super nice conditions. Again, just a great time to just go outside, enjoy land is green. I know it's a great time to just be out there and have fun. Same thing for you that we've been seeing. Tomorrow afternoon, we're gonna get up to 75 for you in St. Mark, 78.7 in Perry, 77 Madison. Again, very nice temperatures for this time of year. I know if we did this in a couple of months, it would be summertime and we'd be in the 80s. So really enjoy these mild temperatures, because it's a great time to get out. Now, with our 7-day outlook, you can see some great temperatures that we're seeing. And this is because there's a high pressure system that's been sitting on the coast Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and will continue as we go on to the weekend into early next week. And now we're going to finish the show with Priscilla and Chris, and they're going to end up the very exciting and surprising show we've had today. Chris and Priscilla.
Yes, thank you, Jack. It has been quite a show here today at FSU Weather, hasn't it been?
It really has been. I mean, we really went in cold turkey today. Even at some points during the show, even the graphics decided to go cold turkey. I mean, hey, even the TriCaster. So it's really a great time here on FSU Weather. Just a great time here covering the weather really around the country. I mean, we've had a lot going on here. I mean, I know here in Tallahassee, we had that system move through yesterday, but today it was just gorgeous. I mean, we only had just a few clouds in the sky. The temperatures were just like at the exact right spot.
Yeah, and pretty much everywhere else across the country is feeling something similar. We had all those severe storms. Now they've made their way off to the Atlantic, and everyone's seeing pretty nice, pleasant, moderate temperatures. Yeah,
I mean, I know in some places like in the Northeast, you do got some rain on the way, and some of those chillier temperatures. I know it might not feel like spring there yet, but definitely, something to keep an eye out on the next few days. But I mean, overall, just really pleasant weather around the country.
Oh yeah, and I really think everyone here did an absolutely incredible job, especially given we could not see what we were talking about beforehand, but it really goes to show the incredible talent here we have at FSU Weather. So, small round of applause for everybody.
That's right. Great job, everybody in the studio. Just pulling the show all together here, cold turkey. But to wrap up our show, make sure to follow us here on X at FSU Weather.
And make sure to go like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
Be sure to check out our Instagram page at FSU Weather.
And you're probably watching us live on YouTube right now, so make sure to subscribe at FSU Weather.
And don't forget to follow us on TikTok at FSU Weather. Here's one last look at your 7-day forecast.